Welcome everyone to Tailgate Thursday for week number 10 of the 2022 college football season. My name is David Morrison from the Vol Society Network, here to break down the biggest games in college football as we begin the month of November. The game of the year will take place this Saturday afternoon, 3:30 Eastern Time on CBS. Our beloved Tennessee Volunteers, number one in the college football playoff rankings, heading down to Athens to take on the number 3 Georgia Bulldogs. Now, Georgia is number one in both the AP and the coaches poll. Tennessee, number one in the college football playoff rankings. So who is the real number one? We're going to find out. It's going to be an exciting game. The Vols and the Bulldogs between the hedges. For more information on this game, please sure to check out the official podcast of the Vol Society, Good Old Rocky Talk, with myself and Brad Frank breaking this game down, and also Vol Society Live from this past Tuesday as we really talked about this game. But it will be Tennessee and Georgia, 3:30 on CBS. Looking at some other games we're going to keep an eye out on. One of those undefeated teams that's looking to make a serious threat at the college football playoffs, the number 7 TCU Horned Frogs, 8-0 on the year. They'll be at home taking on a fellow Lone Star State team in the Red Raiders at Texas Tech, who comes in at 4-4. This will be a new game on Fox. Can TCU, kind of like Tennessee, having this magical season, stay undefeated? We'll find out this Saturday as the Red Raiders and the Horned Frogs meet on Fox. An interesting SEC game, a must-win for both of these teams. Florida at Texas A&M, that's noon on ESPN. As you see with the records, the Gators are 4-4, Texas A&M at 3-5. It's gone sour for Jimbo Fisher and the Aggies so far. This is a must-win game for not only the Aggies, but also for Florida, coming off the loss to Georgia. Billy Napier trying to get this team to a bowl game in year one. Two evenly matched teams and kind of a appetizer, if you will, for a fantastic Saturday of SEC football. Like I said, despite the records, I think this is going to be a great game. Florida and Texas A&M, noon on ESPN. Moving on to some of the primetime games. 7 o'clock on FS1, big-time battle in the Big 12, 24th ranked Texas at number 13 Kansas State. Kansas State shut out Oklahoma State on their home field, 38-0, the final score at the Little Apple. It wasn't even close, obviously. So now here comes Texas in. Kansas State having a great season at 6-2. Texas starting to play a little bit better, but which Texas team is going to show up on Saturday? We'll find out as the Longhorns and the Wildcats meet on FS1. The other big game in the SEC, a top 10 showdown, believe it or not a CBS game, but on ESPN in primetime at 7 o'clock. Number 6 Alabama at 7-1 on the year, at number 10 LSU at 6-2 on the season. One of the biggest rivals in the SEC, bar none. Alabama 7-1. Still have a great shot making the college football playoff. Matter of fact, I could see this team, even if they went out, can still get in. Maybe even not make it to Atlanta. LSU, started out slow at the beginning of the season, but now is clicking at the right time. And here comes big bad Alabama into Baton Rouge. We'll find out what's going to happen Saturday night on ESPN when the Crimson Tide and the Bayou Bengals meet down in Baton Rouge. 7:30 on NBC. The Fighting Irish of Notre Dame welcomes in the undefeated Clemson Tigers, ranked number 4 in the first college football playoff rankings. Last time Clemson played at Notre Dame, they came away with the loss 2 years ago. Could history repeat itself? Notre Dame playing a little bit better. They had a win at the Carrier Dome last week against Syracuse. Could they spoil Clemson's season? Clemson now has a new quarterback, as DJ is no longer the starter. Now they go with the freshman. Could he get a big win on the road at Notre Dame? We'll find out. Number 4 Clemson at Notre Dame on NBC. And then our final game we're going to profile in the ACC. A couple other ACC Atlantic teams, both at 6-2. Should be a fun game as number 21 Wake Forest takes on number 22 NC State. NC State, without their starting quarterback Devin Leary out for the year. Matter of fact, didn't play last week. Can Dave Doran get this Wolfpack team to still play at top tier level? And like I said, obviously not going to win the Atlantic, but still have a great season. And meanwhile, you got Wake Forest with Sam Hartman at quarterback, trying to pick up a win in Raleigh this Saturday night. But it will be the Demon Deacons and the Wolfpack, 8 o'clock on the ACC Network. And finally, we want to give a shout out to all of our high school football teams across the Volunteer State as the TSSAA playoffs get underway this Friday night. 115 teams participating in the playoffs. There will be 9 state champions crowned on the weekend of December the 1st to the 3rd in Chattanooga, Tennessee at Finley Stadium. So good luck to all of our high school football teams participating in the playoffs, and best of luck winning a state championship this season. Don't forget, follow our social media accounts, facebook.com/UT Vol Society, youtube.com/Vol Society, and on Twitter at Society Vol. Also, once again, make sure you listen to the podcast of Vol Society, the official one, if you be exact. Good old Rocky Talk, available on Amazon, Apple, Spotify. Also, we're putting our episodes on YouTube, so you can go back and listen to previous episodes. And also, with our YouTube page, we're kind of filtering our YouTube page, putting more exclusive content to our YouTube page, and not having a whole big back catalog of 2 years of talking about old Tennessee football games that's already been in the past. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're going to put more content on our YouTube page, and also make sure you follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Until next week, this has been Tailgate Thursday. I'm David Morrison. Have a great